Hey guys, it's me again. It's really late at night and I was up and I thought I would make a video just talking about what kind of food I eat in a week, as a homeless person. Now, I've already explained it several times in my other videos. I am homeless. I do have this storage room that I pay to live in, but I still don't really have a home. I mean, it's just like a storage room that I pay to live in. It's not an actual apartment, and not to mention the fact that I never really have a lot of money. So I just thought I would make a video just sort of explaining what kind of food I eat in a week. What the sort of food that I can expect to eat during a week, and how I save money, by like uh, eating certain foods and stuff like that. So what I'll usually do is I'll go to like a dollar store, and when you're homeless and you have a few dollars to spend, uh, it's really important to really go to like a dollar store because you can really get the most for your money there, and everything there is usually a lot cheaper than say if you like went to like a normal grocery store or if you went to even a gas station, because everything can get actually really pricey in both places, like especially in gas stations. I've noticed too, like it can be like certain foods that'll be like a dollar in like a dollar store, can be like $2 or $3, maybe even $4 in like a normal, just average gas station. So I have here in my hand a bag, and this is actually my weekly rations. And how it works is every Wednesday or so, like every Wednesday or Thursday, like I will stock up on my weekly rations. So like every like Wednesday or something, I'll go to like the dollar store, uh, and I will get a bag of food, and then that will be next week's rations. Like that, like whatever's in this bag, this is all I have to eat for this entire week. And I thought I would make this video just about going through this bag, just going through what I have in here, and just explaining all the things that can really help you a lot if you're struggling to find food and all that. So I'm just going to just show you guys some of what I have in here. So I'm just going to pull things out randomly. The first thing that's in here are these little just little singles to go. What these are just little. Here, I'll actually just show you. These are just things that you can put like in a water bottle or something, and they're just like little sugary packets that basically just turn your water into Kool-Aid pretty much. And these are really convenient because these things are only $1 a piece, and I don't know how many there are. Oh yeah, there are 8 packs in one pack, so that's close. That's like the equivalent of buying like 8 bottles of like Kool-Aid or something for $1. And it's really convenient because it's cheap, and if you need to, like, you can carry them in your pocket. You can pretty much take them anywhere. And as long as you have a water bottle and access to water, you can get a drink whenever you want if you don't really feel like drinking water. So I brought like 4 packs. That's usually what I get. The next thing I have in here are these little sandwiches. These are like $1. You just throw them in a microwave for like a minute, and they're good to go. This is a barbecue sandwich one. I usually get the cheeseburger one. And about the cheeseburger ones, I don't have those on me right now. But the cheeseburger ones aren't really that good, unless you actually put stuff on it. It's usually how it is, with these like little sandwiches. You usually have to do something to it, add some condiments first before you actually eat them, because they'll taste better. This rib sandwich is actually really good, like just on its own. Like I actually don't even have to do anything to that. The next thing I have in here are these little, well, actually right now all I have in this bag is just one of these. This is just like a little cup of noodles. It was like less than $1, it was like 80 cents I think, for this cup of noodles. And the next thing I have in here are just more of these like sugary, Kool-Aid packets. Next thing I have in here are these, well, we already know what these are. These are just the little things of ramen noodles. They're like $1 a piece, and I can actually survive on just one of these a day. But sometimes, if I want to, I'll get like something like this, or Well, this is basically the same thing. But sometimes I'll get like something, like this, that's different from like the noodles. That way I don't get tired of the noodles. Next thing I have in here is a can of spaghetti and meatballs. This was like less than $1 also. The thing about like canned food is like when you're homeless, there are a couple of foods that you really want to get. Like if you have a few dollars to spend, well, the first thing I would recommend getting is one, like something like this. That way you can just carry it around with you. It's really convenient if you want access to something that isn't water. These are really convenient. So this is the first thing I would recommend. And two, if you have access to a microwave, and hopefully your situation isn't that bad, and hopefully no one is dealing with homelessness right now. But say if you're homeless and you do not have access to a microwave, then I would not recommend getting anything noodle, anything like noodly. Like I wouldn't get anything like noodle, like anything just noodly. So I wouldn't recommend that, but I would recommend this and getting something like this, like anything in a can. Like you can carry it with you, like if you have a book bag or something, and you don't have to heat it up. You can just like open it. And sometimes you don't need a can opener, but sometimes they just have like that tab on the top that you can just like pop it open. But anything in a can will last forever. It can last as long as you need to. So if you don't have a microwave and like you're really struggling to eat right now, the things that I would recommend is something like this. Anything in a can, or like some peanut butter, because peanut butter is also like a really quick way to get some calories into you. That way you can sort of make it through the day, because calories are important when you don't have a lot to eat. And another convenient thing about these is these are also a really quick way to get some calories into your body also. I don't know how many calories in particular are in these, but they're just a really quick way to just get some calories into your body. You can do the same thing with like peanut butter. So it's really all about calories. But anything in a can will really help you a lot, because all you have to do is open it and just eat it. Like you don't have to heat it up. I like to get like the spaghetti and meatballs one, because they actually have like real meatballs in them, and more protein that way. So that's pretty much all I have in my bag right now, and this is what I'm going to eat, like what I'm going to have to eat like all week. And I'll usually spend like a maximum of like $6 or $7, like less than $10 on all this. I don't remember how much I paid for all of this, but I'm gonna guess I spent about like $6 on this stuff, around that range. So like all this is like really cheap, and so there's actually a lot you can get for like a few dollars, like if you know where to look. And a lot of times it'll really like help you out if you know what kind of stuff to get. Like sometimes if your situation is just like really bad, then I would always just recommend going to a dollar store, getting something like in a can or something, because that'll probably help you out the most. And then obviously getting anything in a can, and getting things like this, so those will help you out a lot. And if you have access to a microwave, obviously get some noodles, because you can get like, how many are in this thing, like 6 or something in a pack. You can get a pack of these noodles for like $1. So that's all that's in my bag. That's my weekly rations, and I don't spend a lot when I ever like restock on my rations. So this is my weekly rations, and this is all I'm gonna have to eat all this week. I mean, it's currently like Sunday night right now. It's Monday now, because it's like almost 6 in the morning. But when I eat something, when morning comes, like I'm just going to probably eat like a pack of noodles or something, and this is what I'm going to eat all week. And like around Wednesday or something, when my rations are running low, I'll start stocking up for next week. Like I'll go to the dollar store, get a bag of groceries, and then bring it back, and then I'll save that for next week. And usually, since I work at McDonald's like 3 nights during the week, I won't eat anything during those 3 days, because I can just get something to eat at McDonald's, because they give us like free food there. You can get like a free meal there. I mean, of course, you don't get free food there, but they give you something called like an employee meal, which is like anything that's $5. So you can get like a few sandwiches, fries, and a drink or something. And that actually helps me a lot because it's food that I don't have to pay for, and it's easy to do, and yeah. So that's usually what I eat in a typical week. Whatever I can get at the dollar store, and the 3 days that I work, well, the 3 nights that I work at McDonald's, I'll just get like, some food there. But that's what I'll eat during the week. Hopefully, this is hopefully a little educational for anyone who might be struggling to find food. First thing I would recommend is go to a dollar store. Second thing I would recommend is get anything that's in a can, because that'll last forever, and you can just eat it whenever you want, and you don't have to like heat it up or anything. Like, you don't need a microwave if you don't want to. Of course you can, but it's not necessary. As opposed to like the noodles, like anything that's noodle, you're gonna need to heat it up. You're gonna have to add water. Like there is, I mean, sure, it's a basic process, but there is a process nonetheless. Like, you have to like cook it up basically. But if you can't cook anything, I would recommend getting anything in a can. Maybe if you don't have a can opener, you can either buy one or just get cans that have like the pop lids on them. And of course, getting a few like bottles of water. Usually what I do is I'll get like a bottle and then just keep it. Like, I won't even buy water. I'll just like fill up the water bottle whenever I want to, and then I'll just add one of those sugary packets to it to make it into Kool-Aid or something, because sometimes I get tired of water. So that's all I have for this video right now. I mean, that's basically what I eat in a week. Hopefully this was at least a little helpful, or at least a little entertaining for anyone who's just wondering, what kind of things like homeless people eat, like in a week or something. I have like 2 jobs, so I usually at least have a few dollars to spend every week. But the thing is, like, pretty much all of my money goes towards paying, bills, paying to live here, and I'll be lucky to have any money left over. So the fact that I even get to have like a bag of groceries like this like every other week or something is actually really fortunate of me, and I really try to spend as little as money as possible and try and get the most out of my money. So there's the video. Thank you guys for watching, and I guess I will see you guys at my next video. Yeah, see ya.